Wait, a Venator update on Friday? Wait, there's only 4 days till brick road? What? Hey guys, welcome to week 81 of Boy My Custom Venator. Now you may be curious why there is an update on a Friday. Well, that's because there should be 2 Venator updates this week. Because we have so much footage from all the work we've done. It's kind of insane, and we have to break up into 2 parts. Otherwise, we're probably gonna have a 40-minute Venator update. So, that's why we're dropping one update on Friday and the next update on Sunday. But as of right now, we only have 4 days left till Brick Road Chicago. So we are really on that grind, trying to get everything done on time. And I say we made a lot of progress. Because right now, as I'm filming this is currently Tuesday. So all the progress from this update is happening on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So in 3 days, we made this massive amount of work. And we still have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to get more stuff done. So I really think we're in a clear for getting things done because of how much progress we've made these past like 3 days. But with that said, let's get into this Venator update because this is an absolute banger of an update and we've made so much progress. You guys are not gonna believe this. Alright, starting off from where we left off last week, we have all these weapons turrets right here, and we have a new bed in the sig fig room, which had a bunch of amazing people last year like Mike and Nike, Tyler Life Brick Studios, Director KW, Bruno. Those are just of the few names I am listing off of all the people who donated to the channel over $30 in a lifetime. So basically, if you donated $30 to me in the course of a lifetime, you automatically get your figure in here. And I just built it with whatever parts I have in my collection. But the reason I'm over here is because recently we installed lights in this panel over here. We installed it in this, and not even over here, but we never installed it over here. And recently I put lights in here, so they're all set up now. However, I do have to run an extension cord from here to here because the one I had in here before, it snapped when this thing happened. Okay, taking a look at the new modifications we made, we have 4 LEDs right here and 2 more over here. They look really good all combined now. I'm glad to finally finish that out. But we're going to add some more over here by the weapons area, and then maybe some in the back right here because according to reference images, that's how it looks like. But we have a small problem. So this engine over here is removable. Actually, all 4 of these big engines are removable. And that's because when you take this bridge off, they sag a ton because all the force that these engines give off, which is, you know, the force is going down basically because they're hanging off this thing, are attached to this thing. And without this big bridge support holding everything in, they sag. So in short, what I have to do is basically figure out a way to install LEDs inside here while making it easily removable. So I think I might just put like a little light bulb at the very end, like not a light bulb, but like a little light that is just running on its own battery, and that's it for the back ends of all these engines, because honestly, removing them from a circuit board is kind of hard. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to try to do, but I still have to find those lights, and then hopefully they ship in time before the convention. So yeah, a lot of complications there to worry about. So I might have to ask Light Towing and Bricks Max about that. By the way, they aren't paying me to say anything good about their company. They just provided all the lights for this mod for free. I wanted to disclose that. And if you do buy something, use code ROBRICS to save 10% because I do get an 8% commission on that, which isn't a ton, but still it does help to fund the channel a bit. But I wouldn't even need that because these are just good lights. They never break, you know, and they're solid. I mean, they're easily discreet and they just work well. So if you want to get some good quality lights for your MOCs, use my link down below. Okay, but the next project I wanted to tackle while we're still waiting our Lego packages and Bricklink packages to come in the mail. We've been waiting for a while, so it's really frustrating that they're not here yet. But the next project I wanted to tackle was rebuilding this panel. So I had this panel built forever, however, it's deteriorated a lot recently, and I wanted to add some more detail. You know, things like this and this, like things sticking out of it. So I want to basically rebuild the entire thing, which may seem a bit ambitious, but you gotta think about this. This one is in rough shape, and the other one we have is in pieces on the floor. So, pick your poison. Which is why I'm deciding to rebuild the entire thing, starting from scratch right now. So I just wanted to do a little before and after. Here's the before, what the panel looks like. We have all this in very rough shape, and this looks like this. We're going to be basically changing this back end section a lot. So for this part of the Venator update, this actually took a long time to make. I mean, it's had to take up to at least 4 to 5 hours, which is crazy because I'm usually a pretty fast builder when it comes to these types of things. But greebling just takes a long time. However, I gotta say it really does pay off in the end because I've been wanting to do greebling with this MOC the entire time, like on the front panels and the back panels, everything. But this section in particular has a lot more greebling than the other sections. And since I can't do it for the entire Venator because simply there's just not enough time, I figured I'd do it for this back section, and I think it came out pretty well. So I'm so glad I got this done because I really didn't think I was going to have time to do it, but this looks absolutely incredible. Look at that bottom section, how it connects to the top. Oh, it just looks so good. I love how the detail on here is just great. I've been wanting to do greebling like this on the whole Venator for the longest time, but I haven't been able to. So if I can't get in the whole Venator for Brookwood to Chicago, at least I'll have it on this side and the other side, and probably some over here in the panel as well. We'll see how much I can get done because I feel a bit ahead right now, surprisingly for once, on the ways of progress, which is good because I was really stressed last week, but this week I feel a lot better. Even though I'm supposed to be repairing stuff right now, this is a repair. It's just an improvement at the same time. Totally, right? P.S. As I just finished recording that clip, my mom knocked on the door and said I have a package. Okay, thank goodness. This is part of the parts I need. I still need some more parts from the UK, but this is a lot of the stuff I did need. I'm also still waiting on a Bricklink order, but this will definitely help us out. I also bought one of these really long Technic tubes because I was curious, like, if it would help me the ways to support. And this thing costs like $2 from Lego, but this thing was really interesting. Oh my goodness, it's like not fitting. Hold on, get it out of the bag. There we go. Look at that thing. That thing is huge, and it feels way stronger than your normal typical Technic tube. So that'll be interesting to put in that engine over there once we start working on it, now that we have all these parts for it. But right now, I think we need to keep working on this a bit because there's still a lot of stuff to figure out. We may have gotten this thing done, but we still need to have something that goes underneath it. Like, you see all those little bricks? Yeah, that's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be smooth like this, where there's 2 layers of brick, and this one only has 1. So that's gonna take a while to figure out, but let's get into that right now. So for this part of the update, we're actually modifying the top and the bottom panel for this because they're just such decay, and actually improving them. So we're actually making one stud bigger for the weapons turrets because the weapon turrets are a little bit bigger than I expected, and I think it would actually help it out. I mean, they can still fit in the old way where 6 studs instead of 7 studs wide in between the space, but I figured why not just increase it a little bit. It's not going to hurt the project at all, and I thought it would just give the weapons turrets a better look overall. Oh my goodness, I just watched all the New Hope just working on this one section. So that's about 2 hours and 30 minutes for this one section, but it drove me nuts. So basically I kept having to shift things over to make things fit. And the reason for that is because on this piece right here, we don't want to have a lot of leftover extra space, so I expanded them. But also this benefited the weapons turrets because over here, now they're wider, and since these are bigger than I expected, it fits a lot better now, which is great. I'm glad to see that we got that done. We still have to do it on the other side, but that's going to take way longer than this side did because it's in a bigger mess than, you know, this panel was. This one was actually constructed a bit when we start working on this process, but the other one's completely destroyed. So that one's going to take a while to work on. So we're not going to do that right away because I'm all paneled out right now. I cannot look at these panels anymore. I've worked on these for way too long, and I need to work on a different part of the Venator before I even attempt to rebuild the panel on the other side. However, I want to talk about one thing that we did with this piece right here, which is really important. So a few weeks back, we started connecting this piece and this piece with these type of connectors. Yeah, those are all gone. And that's for a very specific reason. You see, on this end, this piece right here is supposed to be taller on this end than this end, but not taller than this piece. That's kind of complicated to explain, but in a sense, basically, this piece right here has to be above this, but it can't be because it's the same height as this. So what we're going to do now is basically have this piece right here on an angle. It's not set in place yet. It's just, you know, rough prototyping right now. We're going to attach it by one of these pieces right here. And then we're just going to have it set in this little piece right here on this side. So I figured that'd be a good solution to the problem that I was trying to solve. So hopefully that works out good, but I still gotta figure out the connection points between here and here before I actually make that official decision for the Venator project, which is what we're gonna do right now. And then we're gonna work on rebuilding the back tail because that is in desperate need of repair. So I got a little sidetracked. So basically I took the whole bridge off the Venator because something was misaligned. Here are images of what it looked like, and I took everything apart in big chunks, which was okay, it wasn't too bad. So as I was putting it back together, we had some problems. And then I discovered a major problem, and the problem is this, right here. So this beam and this beam don't line up, and that means that the beam underneath all of this that holds the engines in and that is all connected by Technic is secured in there. So basically, we misaligned it. I don't know how I missed this mistake. I've tested this 1,000 times, but I think that's the error. So to fix it, I'm going to be modifying this a bit just to make sure that everything lines up straight. And we're going to do that. I don't know how I could have realized that sooner, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll fix it one day after the finale of the Venator, but I'll just know secretly that there's an error inside this ship until the finale of the Venator series, because to take all of this apart would take days, and this too take days, because all of this is technically connected, and that would take so long to fix. So I put it back together immediately, and I start to do this by modifying the top of it a bit, and then I use this connector that we used for attaching basically the back end, the tail of the Venator to this massive object. So that's what we're using for our support to connect the two sides now. It's not nearly as strong as what we had before, but it'll still work in this case. Okay, so we fixed it, kinda. Well, not correctly, but we made a temporary solution until we can go back after Brookwood Chicago or the finale of the updates, because I mean the finale is supposed to happen 1 week after, and to take apart this massive Technic wall, because there's so much Technic running through here, and to take apart this massive Technic wall, move those around and move around the stuff on the bottom and the engines, that would take like 3 weeks or maybe 2 weeks. What I did was I used this connector right here, which is used to basically hold the back end with the big block that goes back here. You guys may remember it. I gotta rebuild it, and that's what we're gonna be building next. But basically it hooks onto these hooks, so this serves as the new connector between this point and this point, because this one's connector is right here up top, and it was up top here for a while as well on this one. However, since they're misaligned, we can't go back and take this off and, you know, shift everything over. That makes some sense, because what we essentially did was we took off this support right here a little bit, as you can see, like right up to here. We took it off, and now we basically have a gap of space right here that we'll have to fill, and there's just nothing on this side since it's over too much on this side. So it's fixed, it's good. Essentially, we're just gonna put the thing back on right here, and we'll be all set with that. So after this, I put the big chunks back together that I set aside so that it'd be easy to reconstruct this, and it fell off. And this really sucked. I slowed it down for you guys so you guys could kind of see it. Not too well though, because it's in a time lapse, so you can't really see it too well, but I slowed it down so you guys could try to see it a little bit. It just really sucks. Okay, so you guys just saw that, yeah? On camera. That's not ideal. Okay, well, we're gonna put this back together real quick. It's not gonna be that bad. We still have a lot of big chunks and pieces, but everything's held together by the wires. Let's hope anything didn't snap. Oh man. Okay, well, we'll get this done. We'll get this done. I know we can. We are Robert Productions, and yeah, this is not good. Wow, 6 days before Brookwood Chicago, this guy happened to me. Okay, but yeah, we'll get this done. We'll fix this. So we set out to fix it again, and you guys will not believe what happened next. So we were almost done repairing it. We almost had all the big chunks and pieces, you know, put back together, and kadoosh, it's all over again. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, right? Like, oh, this just, holy cow. You guys saw that again, right? Like, that was 2 times within the past hour. We almost had repaired too. Oh my gosh. Why? Wow, okay. It's causing damage. Okay. Calm down. We're gonna get this fixed. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. So since here on the channel we're very determined and we get things done, we set out for a 3rd time to fix this thing. Even though I was highly demotivated after all this pain and suffering, we did this all within the same day. 3rd time, and we got it done. We got it fixed. Because that's what we do here. We don't give up. You know, things go bad. We don't give up. We just keep going, keep sticking strong. Okay, so we got all reattached in like 3 hours, which wasn't too bad. But we have a problem. This wire. Guess what? It broke. Yay. And it's not just a generic piece. It's this piece. So, yeah, that's fun. I don't know what I'm going to do for that, because I'm not going to be able to get something shipped in time from Light Tailing or Bricksmax probably for the convention. which really sucks that that light's now out, and also the fact that I'm going to rerun this wire, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of the ones that's used for the hanger. You can't really see it because it's over so many pieces for the Venator, but I do have another one of these. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice one of the ones inside here and just use it for this, for the convention. And that's going to be really unfortunate, but it is what it is because it snapped, and it really sucks. But we got reattached, we got everything rebuilt for the most part, except for this big thing, which fell off. That sucks. And it also fell off on the other side too. So yeah, that's just awesome. But we'll get those fixed up, and then we'll keep working. So we kept working. We basically had to rebuild the hotel from scrap because, well, we lost, most of it. It basically is broken. We still have quite a few pieces to add even when we finished it, but I think we were able to do a pretty good job with it, considering we extended it to make it longer because the engines are so long and we had to make the tail longer because of that. And I think we built it up for the most part, so I'm pretty happy with the progress we made on that. We did it. This looks absolutely insane, especially with this detail over here. Oh, it's so fire. And the weapons turrets that are not operational because they ain't got no weapons. That's just beautiful. And the lights too. Oh man, this is going hard. I'm sorry, this is beautiful. I'm very happy. We got this repaired within like 3 hours of work. I just can't believe that. Like the luck with that. They were able to do that. It's insane. But for the next update, not next week because we're doing 2 updates in 1 week. We're going to be making this on the other side, basically building this out. And that's in a deep state of tragic mess right now. So we really got to redo that and do it well. And we'll also be working on detailing this engine over here. And then also work on this some more. And just for anything in these touch-ups, we'll be working on. So, yeah. But that's going to wrap up for the update. Let's head into the outro. Alright, that's going to wrap up for update 81. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button down below. Every subscription really does help out a lot to help fund the next MOC and to just, help out the channel. And guys, I'm really happy that I think we're actually going to get this thing done on time with a very good quality that I'm happy with. So, that's it for now. Stay till Sunday for the next Venator update, and then it's convention time.